Okay, this video cover YTSS Prelim 2022 question 5, which is all about waves. So for 5A, it is a question that we have asked a million times during the revision and during the subject day mock papers. So for you to explain why certain movement is transverse wave, you need to break down your explanation into two parts. Why is it a wave, which is explained by this phenomenon that wave is the only thing that transfer only energy but not matter, and that you need to define what is transverse. So to define something as transverse, you must compare two directions. Okay, one is called the direction of vibration, which means that your particle on the wave is moving now up and down, and you have to compare with the direction of the wave. So please go and learn these two terms. Direction of the wave refers to how the crest moves. So for example, at time equals to 0, I have this particular shape of a wave, and then after a while, you can see that the crest moves to the right. So we say this movement towards the right by the crest, the direction of the wave. You need to know this definition. After that, part B, right? Part B, if you refer to the last part, which is a sketch of the shape of the rope, it involves a very extensive breakdown of understanding, and actually this particular question of sketching the rope a quarter of a period away, right, is actually given by your subject day paper. So if you refer to subject day 3, the mock paper here, in fact for my classes I have printed out a color copy for you, so you can actually refer to this one, yeah, and you will find that it can be solved similarly. So down here there are a few things you need to take note. You need to be able to find what is what the shape of one complete wavelength, which is here. Most of you lose the mark because you didn't give it in 2SF. If you go to part 2, there are two ways of doing it. Number one is that you need to understand what do they mean by this yellow statement. The crest at A reaches B after 2 seconds. So what this yellow paragraph is trying to tell you is that if I take a photograph at time equals to 0 here, I would have the crest at A, and then 2 seconds later, if I take the photograph again, I will be able to see that the crest actually appears in B, and they are trying to tell you the distance covered by the wave, the crest, over a period of 2 seconds. So actually from this information, right, you can actually find the speed of the wave. So how do you find this distance over here? The distance over here is given in the graph. So here is A, and then here is B, and if you read the scale carefully, you will be able to see that the distance between B and A is actually 5 cm. So from this, you can actually work out what is the speed of the crest, which is going to be the speed of the wave. And if you substitute into the wave formula over here, you will be able to find out what is the frequency. This is one way of solving it. Another way of solving it is that you can interpret this yellow statement as between A and B, it actually takes 2 seconds to travel. So meaning that within this A and B, right, you can actually see that the green part, which is one complete wave, and then if you look at the B, look at the black color part, right, so between A and if you between B, there are actually 1 1/4 wave over there. So in another word, within 2 seconds, in order for the crest to move from in 2 seconds, in order for the crest to move from A to B, it means that the source of the vibration need to generate 1 1/4 complete wave to push this crest to move from A to B. In another word, in 2 seconds, 1.25 complete wave must be produced. And if you know the definition of frequency clearly, frequency is defined by the number of complete wave made in 1 second. So in another word, if I make 1 1/4 wave in 2 seconds, I can actually find out what is my frequency just by ratio method. Yeah. So this is one way of solving it. And lastly, for part 3, the shape of the rope when a quarter of a period has passed, you can refer to my explanation in subject day 3 to get an understanding. But if you are unable to unable to understand or you have forgotten the explanation in subject day 3, do leave a comment. If not, you can WhatsApp me, or better still, arrange a consultation, because it involves a lot of sketching and all that. So again, like and subscribe so that I can upload more videos.